I want it all, I want it all, I want it all. I'm coming for everything. I'm coming for everything. They been hating on the moves. Michael Jack, Billie Jean on them, lean on them, then the moon walking off on the gang till they feel the beam on them. I'm a hot, no lukewarm. I press a button, make the roof leak. Lately, I've been coast to coast with it, trying to have them coming in the boat with it. If you don't grind it, you can't relate. My name is obese in your city. Mean that it carries some weight. Rory in traffic, I move through the hate. Switching lane and learn, I'm feeling myself. Hop about the road, they calling it murder. Fool for thought this shit, it came with a stir. Repeating my level up out of your reach. I just keep it on the up and up. This might just run us them numbers up. Tell them fuck niggas don't come for us. Plotting on
I appreciate that. Nah, I'm saying I got my woes in the building with me, man. You know, Joey Buff, what's going on, sir?
What's going on, bro?
You all right, man?
Oh, yeah.
Say, look,
Always.
for sure, my dog. Hey, Melly Mel, what's the deal?
Shalom.
Hey, sister girl.
Hey,
What's going on now? You all right?
you got me off the couch.
Look, see, that's what I'm talking about. What? Look, said she done gave up Grey's Anatomy to come mess with the kid, man. Look, I know.
am behind 2 episodes.
Cuz, what's going on with you, sir?
What up, dog? What's the deal?
I can't call everything's everything, man. Hey. All right, you know what I'm saying? We gonna go ahead and hop right into this real quick, man. Hey, you know. Before I get to the actual topic I want to talk about, and I want to y'all all right over there, man?
We laughing at the comment.
Oh, look, they was like, man, look, Courtney was ready, man. Look, no smoke. Look, no smoke. You know what I'm saying? Nah, first I want to, oh, I got my bell right here, too.
Oh, you want, nah, let me control that.
You want to control that? Go ahead, bro. Get the bell, man. Look, because this is a good bell right here. You know what I'm saying? You know, in honor of Black History Month, you know what I'm saying? Look, Marseille Martin, she's on Forbes 30 for 30, and she's only 15. Does everybody know who Marseille Martin is before I continue?
No.
Okay, good. See, I appreciate you being honest, man. Do you know who she is, sir? I'm just gonna say anyway.
30
look,
days.
my man. Look, you know what I'm saying. If you're not familiar with her, you know what I'm saying. She is known for being Dre's youngest daughter on Blackish. She's also, you know, Jack and Diane twins. You know,
What's Blackish?
show with Anthony Anderson.
You about to say Andre Anderson?
I was about to say Andre. wait to catch myself. Look, Anthony Anderson.
I was just playing,
I'm about to
man.
say
You
that,
ain't
but,
got to do me
you know.
like that.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying, she's on Forbes 30 for 30. You know, if you don't know her from that, you also can know about her from the movie Little that she directed and starred in.
So little.
Yeah, that's the name of the movie, Little.
Okay.
I'm not going to go into nothing else besides that. But you know what I'm saying? Look, I wanted to shout her out first and foremost for that, you know what I'm saying? Because that's an epic feat in itself, you know what I'm saying? 30 for 30 at 15.
Right.
Like,
That's
you know,
crazy.
we out here blazing trails,
Hold
man.
on.
you know?
So what do that mean?
She's rich as hell.
Right.
Or 30, under
Like-
30?
like- yeah, because she's under 30, you know what I'm saying?
So why you ain't say 30? Why is it 30 for 30? Only 30 for 30 I know is ESPN.
It's 30 under 30. When we say
He
it
said it wrong.
I did say it
My
wrong.
bad. I was just trying to make sure.
I appreciate
man.
it. You just, I appreciate
You
it.
did say it
I
wrong.
thought you was
bro.
talking about she was on sport. you know,
Accountability.
ESPN or
I messed
something.
up. I did mess up. I can
I'm
admit
just
that.
glad it wasn't me this time. Somebody else. Somebody else knows.
Look.
So it's not just me.
Look, the other thing, you know, say I want to shout out is Hair Love. You know what Hair Love is, sir?
Yes. Why you keep looking at me,
I
man?
need to know this. I need to make sure you ain't got nothing behind that there, man.
I'm a smart young man.
You know what I'm saying? It received an Academy Award, you know what I'm saying, for a short film. Like, if you haven't seen it, you can actually Google that, YouTube that. I know you've seen it already, so I'm not talking to you.
I haven't seen it.
You ain't seen it? You should watch it, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, in all transparency, I haven't seen it either. I just read about it and Googled it myself. So,
It's really dope.
yeah, see, you know what I'm
It's
saying?
a tearjerker though, but it's dope.
You know, and it actually is from, you know what I'm saying, it was made, the screenplay itself was made by wide receiver Matthew Cherry. You know, he used to play football at Jacksonville, Browns, Bengals, et cetera, et cetera.
Never
You know
heard
what
of
I'm
it.
saying?
Bro.
Exactly. That's what I said, man. I Googled that too, man. But shout out to him, though, man, for a dog ass, you know what I'm saying, award. You know, it's Hair Love, baby. Hang. You know what I'm saying? Nah, I got one other thing I want to talk about before we get started.
Me too.
Okay, good. Students are facing federal charges over, you know what the viral video is about when they be doing the jump and they clip them and make them fall on their back or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they did that to a young lady that was autistic.
No.
So, you
I
know,
already
they're
knew where
facing,
that little challenge was going anyway.
yeah, I mean, but I've been seeing it all over, and I'm just like, dog, We didn't do that when we was younger, man. I know we didn't do that when we was younger. I'm like, we'd have been out there fighting. Man.
Exactly.
We'd have been scrapping. Dog.
Exactly.
It's going down. I can't. Man. You know what I'm saying? So
I don't really remember being around a lot of disabled kids either. So, well, I mean, you know, man, you laughing. I'm not even
I
saying
know.
it like that.
I know you.
Don't get me cussed out by Courtney, man. 'Cause I ain't even saying nothing wrong.
We weren't interacting with them that often. in
I'm just
our
saying, I don't
school
remember
setting.
us having like, you know,
No.
handicapped kids like that.
No, they had like the class for it or whatever, but it wasn't that really that many students around there when we was going to school around there. So I get what you're saying. I got you.
I remember Patrick and Jetty.
You naming names.
Yeah,
What? They,
Dog.
hey, they was cool, man.
That's why I'm happy BA here because the rebuttal right there would have been everything,
Exactly.
man. Speaking of
Leave it
which,
up to
man,
Brian to say it too.
look,
actually.
speaking of which, man, we got to wish a special happy birthday to one of our,
Oh, yeah.
you know what I'm saying, members in here, man. You know what I'm saying, B. Brian, if you watching out there, happy birthday, my brother.
Happy birthday,
Tamika
bro.
Thompson, a.k.a. Nikki, that is my oldest sister. Happy birthday
Happy
to you
birthday,
as well.
Nick.
Happy birthday.
You know what I'm saying?
Get well,
Merry
B.
birthday.
Yeah, man, he out here with the Jordan flu game or whatever. And Benny and Hanwan eating all the wonton. You know what I'm saying?
All right, can I say something before we go on with the show?
Absolutely. Go ahead.
Oh, man, come on, don't do me like that. It was just a little thing in the news I wanted to add. So, I don't know if y'all had seen it or not. But
Oh,
like
my goodness.
last week, it was a 70-year-old man. He was on a dating site.
Yikes.
And I think he had talked to like 14 different women. So he was getting conned out of money. I think it got up to like $50,000. So the bank teller didn't really, you know, inquire until like the 14th woman. And she just kept asking him, like, why you taking all this money out? Like, you taking large sums of money out. Like, what's going on? So, you know, he explained to her, like, oh, I just met this lady and, you know, I'm sending her money. And I guess he was getting her $14,000 in gift cards for whatever reason, I don't know. So she, you know, talked to him out of doing it. And she's like, you know, you getting played. So I just wanted to say he's an idiot. So
Look, I want to bullet
I
point.
don't want to say it's no Vaj worth that, but still, you know what I'm saying? Don't be that desperate.
If we got time, I want to bullet point and come back around to that because this is interesting. You know what I'm saying? I like
That's the
that. I like-
power. That's the power of the hot Vaj.
Yeah.
Hot
Hot
Vaj. It is hot down there, right?
Yes. Hey, look, man.
What a way to start the show.
Look, say kick off is good. Look, it's all good. Hey. Look, man. So the other thing I meant to, I forgot to go through in my notes or whatever, man. I want to say condolences to DJ Slick B,
Oh,
who was killed in a robbery attempt, you know, over the weekend, opening a hemp museum. I'm still kind of thrown by that whole thing because, man, like, I guess the DJ, man, like, he really out here, you know, he just out here trying to put on for his family and himself and really ain't even bothering nobody, dude. Like, a stand-up guy, you know what I'm saying, real humble. And the fact that you got somebody that just want to try to.
This city's just full of hate for no
And
reason.
y'all said
bro.
y'all ain't want to move. Y'all wouldn't.
I
move
knew
from
you was
there.
going to come back to that, dude. Look,
I
You know
wouldn't.
what I'm saying? I'm out.
man, I'm still not going to go, man,
I'm out.
because somebody got to make that change, dude.
I'm
You know
out.
what I mean? Like, we
It
got
ain't
to.
gonna be me.
And I respect that, man. I respect your.
Even
'Cause I'm
though
only one person.
I
See? That's
I heard a different story, but I just
It's
I
gonna
don't
be
want
some
to talk
stuff.
about it.
It's
He
gonna
was
be
a cool dude, man, because
Right.
he wasn't even cut like that. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like
Exactly.
he wasn't even on no BS and nothing like that, and he really was. You know what I'm
About
saying?
his
About
shit.
yeah, he was about
his
and
shit.
he was about teaching and putting other people on. So you know what I'm saying? Like it's
See, so you passing the baton and you raising
Yeah.
your people.
And
up
that's the
there,
point I
man.
was trying to make last time. You know what I'm saying? You can not be cut from that cloth and try to do the best that you can, and there's still somebody out here that's gonna be. 'Cause
Oh,
they
yeah, I
don't have
mean,
it.
You're right. You're
the
right.
jealous-
It ain't
the
being
jealousy,
scared
man.
or running away. It's just, to me, in some instances, about being smart. Not to saying that he wasn't smart. 'Cause
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Your environment, you know what I'm saying? They eat you alive, man. I'm just saying. Even when you're trying to do good and trying to come up and bring people with you or trying to teach and pass along your knowledge, it's senseless to me.
Right.
So, I mean, if I could, I'd move. You know what I'm saying? I open it somewhere else, and then, you know, if that's once that start booming, I try to come back and bring something here. But I'm not gonna start here first, necessarily. Now, if it's somewhere and it's a situation to where I could, I'd do it that way.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm Detroit all the way through. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't gonna never change like that. But some stuff you just gotta think ahead on. To me, that's just me.
So do you feel like as one individual person that is worth the risk if you can move the needle in the right direction of getting?
I mean, that's a sacrifice and a chance that you take. So that's why I can't fault him for that. You know what I'm
Gotcha.
saying? He
Okay.
ain't, if he wasn't that type of person, you know what I'm saying? He ain't thinking like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna do it here, home base. You know what I'm saying? See what I can do. But it's always somebody that's hating on you. It's always somebody like that. You can't stop that because that's everywhere you go. But at the same time, I think a lot. So I always try to weigh the pros and cons about things.
Right.
And that's just me.
Hey, respect. I can get with that. Whew. All right. So,
Can I say one more thing?
of course you can, sir. Go ahead. What you got for
This is real quick, man.
All right.
I just want to say shout out to the Detroit Pistons.
Oh,
For
for
getting
rid
rid
of
of
Andre Drummond.
Yeah,
Oh, for giving them away, basically.
that's cool though.
Pennies on the dollar.
I don't care, man.
Look, you took his bus from him too, man.
Man. 7 Mile Dre was never 7 Mile Dre, man. Couldn't even get in the playoffs.
Oh.
Need to get some laser remover, get
Red
that
for
damn
the
hair
hair
off his shoulders.
I knew you was gonna say that.
Is that more so Goris's fault though? You know what I'm saying? Than
I'm
Andre
just happy,
Drummond?
man. We
You know?
rebuilding, man. We
Yeah.
don't need him, man.
We need a
Paying
better owner first.
They
$30
messed
million
They messed
for you
up
to
the
act
trade.
like you on
They
from
They messed
7
up by
Mile.
trading for Blake Griffin anyway.
Exactly. We've
Exactly.
been messed up ever
Them
since.
days
then,
is
and
over for the
and it
power
just-
forward.
At least
like
he's
that.
serious though.
Look, and I ain't even gonna go sports or whatever
Whatever,
because
man.
you know what I'm
Andre
saying?
Drummond remind me of what's the name? They used to play in Tampa Bay, always smiling and shit. Ain't shit
Oh,
funny.
Jared McCoy.
Play the game. We trying to win. You want to laugh.
Look, this ain't sports. I'm about to go to the
Yeah,
Lions,
he was-
but I ain't gonna do it.
yeah.
I ain't gonna
It's
do
not a
it.
joking matter.
Nah.
Nobody got time.
I
You
ain't
know
gonna
what I'm
do it. I got you.
Now you from 7 Mile. He from fucking New York.
Shit, Tom Brady was from California. He played for Michigan. Anyway, we're
All
not
right,
gonna
let's
do
go,
that.
let's go,
Let's
let's
just get it, man. Look, I ain't doing this with you, man. So we talking about Gayle today. You know, Gayle King. I know y'all have seen the interview on, say Gayle King. You know, I'm gonna tell y'all how I feel about it first and foremost, and then we can just pretty much go from there because I know we lockstep in one part of this, but as I was debating with a couple people that I work with, they tried to show me, a different perspective, and I don't buy it. But anyway,
No shit to that.
you know what I'm saying? So, I'm saying if y'all don't know, we're gonna bring y'all up to speed. She had an interview last week with Lisa Leslie. Lisa Leslie is one of Kobe Bryant's best friends. I'm sorry?
He
Never
ain't say
mind.
nothing.
Lisa
Thank
Leslie
you.
is one of Kobe Bryant's
Thanks.
best friends. You know what I'm saying? The late, great Kobe Bryant. Rest in peace to Kobe. And her interview, the interview started off good. It was just a little Q&A back and forth. They were just talking, discussing, here and there things or whatever. And then it switched gears to her asking questions, about Kobe Bryant's alleged, allegations that he actually got off for in 2003. That should have been a dead issue, but as a journalist, you got to ask those questions, though. You don't got to beat a dead horse, though. You see what I'm saying? So she asked her, like, hey, did you ever see Kobe in the club, doing, making advances to all these other women? She like, no, that's my best friend. I never seen it happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, we was in a club together. He never was like, yeah, go ahead and grab that girl over here for me, tell her to come here. Basically, like, that wasn't how he was cut. She knew who he was for who he was. You know what I'm saying? Gayle's rebuttal was that, well, you were his friend, so you wouldn't have seen it even if you wanted to. You didn't need to add that. You could have kept that to yourself because that's where you messed up at. You got to do your job as a journalist, but don't twist the needle when you've already asked a question. If she's giving you an answer, she answered as eloquently as Lisa Leslie did, you leave it at that then. Because that's not in your notes. You shouldn't even be saying nothing else about that at all then. It should be a dead issue then. But the fact that you want to keep moving the needle, though, you're setting yourself up for what you experienced after the fact. I'm going to get there in a second, though. You know what I'm saying? So, she asked Lisa Leslie another question in the same context. Does this ruin his legacy because of this then? Lisa Leslie like, no, that doesn't ruin his legacy. You know what I'm saying? Kobe has done so much and basically redeemed himself from that. That's a black eye to his image and his brand when that happened then. So when he was able to redeem himself and make it back, like that all should be forgiven at that point then. As y'all conveniently like to say those type of things then.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? By y'all, we mean mainstream media. We're not talking about no specific person or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? So after that then, after all that was said and done and the interview was over, that's when everybody took to social media to basically drag her 5 ways from Friday.
Right.
In which case, like I said, you're going to do your job. Journalism is a tough job. I'm not here to speculate that otherwise. It's tough as hell. But from a moral standpoint, though, you're supposed to be able to be like, okay, I'm not about to not drag my people. I'm not about to say some of this stuff right here because I feel like it's going to alienate me. Or I feel like it's going to, basically make me out to be a martyr when the network is the ones that gave me this. And Gayle King, you have enough juice at that point. You've been in media for 20 years, plus years.
Right.
So you should be able to be like, okay, I want to say this like this. You should have say-so and autonomy to how you want to do your story then. So, but the fact you didn't change none of that and you kept going anyway, I don't feel bad that you're getting the type of treatment you're getting on social media.
Right.
I said all that to get to that point right there. But now I want to open the floor, though, because I said my piece about it. And I feel like you want to say something, so go ahead and say something, man.
I actually do. But before I be all nice and professional, I gotta be, me, Mr. Controversy.
Got you.
First of all, Gayle is very stupid because why would I send Lisa Leslie to pull a girl from me? She's ugly.
He got to be him.
You know what I'm saying? But,
It's all right.
back to the real stuff. So, like I said, I was thinking about this, man. I'm going to be good today, even though I just said, a funny comment, in my opinion.
Okay.
But she's right and she's wrong.
Absolutely.
The reason why she's right is because that's a part of Kobe's history. You can't get away from it.
Exactly.
Can you say it's bad timing? Yes. I mean, I do feel like it was disrespectful for her to bring that up because he does have a wife and children that's currently grieving. So you bringing that up and saying it was really kind of stupid, but like I said, it is a part of his history. But what made it worse was, like you said, the fact that you're asking questions. Well, did you see he did this? And, you trying to get a different answer out of her. Exactly. You trying to get the answer you wanted out of Lisa Leslie. You know what I'm saying? And that made it bad. It's so hard for me to keep talking about it because I don't respect Gayle King. I don't respect Oprah. I have my reasons why.
Oh, you're not saying nothing wrong?
It's this quote that I want to say. I'm not going to say who is it from because I don't like him either.
Okay.
But the quote goes, just because you're my color doesn't mean you're my kind. And I just really,
Say that again, please. Say it one more time.
just because you're my color doesn't mean you're my kind. And with those two, that's how I feel. Like, even like when I looked at the interview with Oprah and she crying, like, I don't feel like Gayle King, deserve these death threats because nobody does. Even what she did or what she were trying to accomplish, it doesn't need to be awarded that.
Right.
That's just people taking it out of content. Even like, even though I do like what Snoop said, but even though that, like I said, the threats are not, it's not warranted. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So stuff like that should be kept away. But like I said, she's right and she's wrong. I mean, I'm just being honest.
No, you're absolutely right, though. You want to piggyback on that?
I do, but I actually want to hear what Crystal got to say because she ain't really said nothing. So I want to hear what she got to say.
Look,
As a woman with male friends, Lisa Leslie is amazing for what she said because there's no way. I don't care if I am in the club with one of my best male friends and he is trying to get on. That's me and his business.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't telling nobody.
Right.
To the grave. That's where it's going. I'm going to hold myself accountable. But for Gayle, as a black woman, and this man just passed away, has not even been buried yet, you are now adding something to social media that his kids are now able to see.
Right.
It's harder to find the stuff with the allegations.
Right.
But now you restarted it. So now his 19-year-old is able to see this.
All right.
Right.
His babies are going to be able to see this, and then going to have to go sit down and talk to mommy about, well, mommy, what happened? So now this woman has to rehash this whole situation. That's whack. She needs to be punched in the throat. I'm sorry.
And you want to know what even make it messed up even worse? Like, people don't think about, especially like these famous families. Nah, his daughters got to go to school and they get questioned about this stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's your daddy, he was a rapist. You know what I'm saying? Like, you doing stuff for business and attention and money, but you ain't thinking about the consequences the family got to face because we're bringing this up.
Exactly.
They are still human, regardless of
Right.
what their bank accounts look like. They are still human beings.
Right.
And they still are going through something that's not okay.
Right.
Oprah, you wrong too. Oh, she's been crying. She doesn't want to get out of bed.
You
So,
justifying her bullshit, basically. what it
Exactly.
was.
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
You be in the wrong part of the friend that you don't need to be. You know
and
what
I'm
I'm saying?
sorry, Gail. I gotta keep my job. Dog, you got enough money to leave CBS.
Exactly.
Right.
Period.
Let's be completely
Period.
honest. You got plenty of money that you didn't have to read what was on that teleprompter.
When you putting
say
dignity
what
over
you
some
said.
money,
Right.
No.
somebody died, bro.
And it is something else I want to say, but I want to wait till everybody else talk to it.
No, and I want to add on to that though too, like because the thing that really bothered me, the other thing that really everything bothered me about the interview, but the thing that really bothered me with Gail's point of view after the fact was her going to social media to try to defend herself and what she said going into that then.
Right.
She's like basically like, I talked to the network, I'm saying, I'm frustrated as y'all are, this and that. You didn't accept accountability at all. So you're trying
Don't you try to blame editing?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
you like y'all seen
no.
some of the clips that was taken out of context. No, you
No.
asked the question and you doubled down. When you doubled down, that means you knew exactly what you were saying then. You knew what rise you was trying to get, and when you didn't get it, you like, damn, all right, well, I'm gonna ask
Wasn't
another.
getting no rise out of her.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Lisa,
What?
like she was like, look, I think the media need to go ahead and leave it alone and let it be where it is then. And I couldn't agree any more than that. You've asked your question, leave it alone.
Right.
But you still want to keep poking the bear then.
Exactly.
So I don't, like I said, again, I don't feel bad about you shedding your tears or whatever. I don't feel bad. Like you shouldn't get the death threats though. We
No.
all lockstep
It
with
was
that.
to
I
the point where
understand
she
that.
was asking her rhetorical questions, like piggybacking off what you just said about, but do you think that would affect his legacy?
It's the,
Well, you kind of just gave it leverage too by
Exact-
bringing the shit up 17 years later. But yeah,
You see what I'm saying? And then, like, I didn't even think about the kids portion of it. Crystal brought up a valid point about that, dude. Like, you know what I'm saying? With everything in the age of social media and kids being as heartless as they are, that's just something that's gonna be a constant cloud over their head for the rest of their lives. Then, and one of them is almost old enough to go to college, right? I think she like what, 18, like
Yeah.
19?
So now you dealing with
I
with
think she
the
just turned 18.
So you dealing with the butt of that right there, and then your mom has to try to explain this to you. You got these friends that you thought was your friends that's gonna drag you or lift you up. You don't know what you gonna get out of that, and it's just like, come on, man. You did this. You know what I'm saying? You set this whole thing in motion again. So now what?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody gonna have empathy for you when you did that there. You know what I'm saying? And then to even I wanna sidestep, but we in the same ballpark of this because y'all know who Axl Rose is, right? Charlie Rose. I'm sorry. Excuse me. My bad. See, I appreciate it. I was thinking about you. You know what I'm saying? You know, he used to be an anchor for CBS when Gayle King, you know what I'm saying? They both was on the same show together. You know, he got caught in his sexual allegations or whatever as well. Well, conveniently, you know what I'm saying, Gayle couldn't believe that was happening. Yeah, he just wouldn't do that. That's just something that, you know what I'm saying, that's my friend. So you can give somebody else the benefit of the doubt.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But in this case right here, because it's a story and you're chasing the story, oh, well, you know, you're his friend. You wouldn't see that. Well, ain't this the same damn thing then?
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So people are going to choose to see what they want to see. You know what I'm saying? As long as it's not affecting them on a personal level, they won't care then.
Right.
If it's not going outside of my door, guess what? I ain't got to pay attention to it then. And that's not, I'm not asking you to be an ambassador for us, but I'm asking you to have some type of morality for yourself.
Right.
Beyond the money, beyond the job. Like, you know what I'm saying? Defend something or just be a sheep.
I was never, and I know I'm probably going to catch some heat for this. I was never really a Kobe fan. I'm going to be completely 100 with you. I never was. I just didn't care for him. Was he a good basketball player? Absolutely. But at the same time, when those allegations happened, immediately after he started to recreate himself as a brand, as a human being, as a husband, as a man. So that part is the part of him that I have to appreciate because he's like, I'm moving forward and moving past it. I'm going to do better than what I did, and I'm going to show you that I can do better. Why even bring it back up?
Right.
For what?
Because that's not the same player.
To me,
That's not the same player.
it was tasteless, bad timing, and disrespectful. I mean, I feel like she could have asked the same question, but like in a different way, or just not asked the question at all. I feel like you said, as long as she been in the journalism space, she could have just stood up and said, "No, I'm not gonna ask that question,"
Exactly.
and just cut it out completely.
Exactly.
But at the same time, I just feel like you get to a point where now it's like everybody looking for that hit or something. I just don't know. It's just so addictive to everybody. That's why I really don't mess with social media. Not saying she even thought about that, like, oh, this is gonna be viral or whatever like that. Like I said, you could have took that question out. You ain't have to ask. I'm probably the Kobe super fan in the room. I love that, man. Like, the inspiration that I got from him, like working hard and doing stuff like that. Just like I look at everybody else in this room, I take a piece from everybody, what they doing, you know, they grind, how they work ethic and stuff like that. So I take a pride in saying like, oh, he really was trying to do something. He really was trying to turn his image around, trying to instill different things into, you know, these girls basketball, getting behind girls basketball and stuff like that, and doing it in a different way. He could have easily, if he had a son, and been like, oh, well, or just been like in general, like I'm gonna get behind boys basketball or whatever like that. But he was doing something that his daughter picked up the same game that he loved, and he got behind that 100%. So I just feel like it was just tasteless. It was just a bad timing. But at the same time, going to what you said earlier about Snoop comment, I agree with what he said, but at the same time, he was wrong too. Because he could have addressed it a different way.
Exactly.
Because we get to that point where everything has been going on with the Trayvon Martin situation and everything that happened in Ferguson, everybody want to be woke, quote unquote. So just because, you know, it was a black woman giving an interview, you still can't go on social media and, you know, call her her name, do all this and do all that. She was wrong. You know what I'm saying? You can handle it a different way. You can say, oh, I'm disappointed and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, she's still the same color as us. You know what I'm saying? She needs to be checked. You know what I'm saying? Just like if it was a guy, he needs to be checked the same way.
Absolutely.
So you gotta have the same energy no matter what it is. If you're gonna be so-called woke or whatever like that, he was wrong in that aspect too, but this was clearly out of line from her.
I mean, the only reason why I felt like he was wrong, though, is only because of the threat.
Yeah.
I understand why he went off the way he did. Like, I'm pretty sure Kobe was a friend of his. I mean, it's just like if anybody in here, you know what I'm saying, passed away and somebody say something disrespectful, I'm going to get on air, bitch. You know what I'm saying? That's my brother.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, because at that point, you disrespecting me. That's my family. So I get why he did it, yeah. But, like, it's another thing that I don't like. And I don't know who owns CBS, and I ain't about to get into all that, but I just feel like just seeing them, how they backing and supporting Gil, it just show how how damaging it is to black people, because we don't even understand that how they support some negativity when it's against us. We need to come together and support each other and always stay strong against each other. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And
Exactly.
it's just so many people that don't understand that strength and power that we have yeah, we don't do it, man. Like, even the same energy, yeah, but I'm just saying the same energy they can put into making these threats and going online, and you want to, you know, bring her down. I get it. That's how you feel in the moment, but that's how we need to be at all times. Like, when we do get these Trayvon Martin situations, we need to be strong and like this at all times. Don't just do it for 24 hours, you know what I'm saying, or 48 hours. Yeah, you want to be mad and say rest in peace, and then soon as the next dumb dance or somebody make a joke, Trayvon who? You know what I'm saying? Right. We need to stop doing that.
No, I agree with you, though. I want to come back to that, too, or whatever, in 2 seconds. I just wanted to read these comments real quick, man, because JJ said they had 16 years to talk about it. You know what I'm saying? We agree with that or whatever. They could have easily brought that up along, I'm saying, the last couple of years, but y'all decided to wait until the man was dead.
They could have asked him.
You know what I'm saying? I got something to add on top of what JJ said, you know what I'm saying? Because, Oprah and them was back in the Michael Jackson doc last year or whatever. And then they ended up having to retract everything because the witnesses wasn't credible. You know what I'm saying?
But here's the thing. Nobody cares about the truth when the lie is more entertaining. So if you don't got the facts on everything, you know what I'm saying? If it's a lie, we're going to run with that. Right. We don't know if it's true or not. But, we know this is going to be more entertaining and more people going to gravitate towards this.
If it bleeds,
and it's crazy because I'm telling you, man, that's why I said the quote I said, because they don't care. They don't care, man. They don't look at like they us. You know what I'm saying? They don't. Like, didn't Oprah get mad about the auntie comment or some shit like that? Yeah. They don't view it. They don't look at them as black people. You know what I'm saying? That's the same shit like how I feel about Michael Jordan. You know what I'm saying? Like, you are very heavily in this black African American culture. Like, they idolize you. They love you.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? But you quick to say you don't give a damn, but you care about them damn shoe sales. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like I said, Oprah, MJ, them the type of people that I don't like, man, because you don't care about your
Yeah,
people.
'cause he wasn't
They
saying that when people
separate
getting killed
themselves.
over his
Yeah.
Yeah,
shoes.
they insulate themselves from everything
Yeah,
else.
they don't feel like they us, man, and that shit pissed me off, man.
Because all they care
really
about
do.
is you from a consumer standpoint
Yeah,
and what
that
you can do
money.
for them on the
You
bottom
gonna-
line.
Yeah.
If you can't help their bottom line, then they don't really care about you. It's like going to the plant and looking at yourself as a number when you walk in there. They looking at you as a number. You're a sale at that point when you go to the mall. Or you
Can
go
I
buy
ask
the
you a
shoes.
question though?
Go ahead.
So this my thing. Is it that they always been this way from day one, or is it just you became this way because you so far removed from your people?
They became that way.
I would say I think it's a little
They
bit of
became
both.
that way.
It's a little bit of
It's
both.
just like what Lil Wayne said on that Drink Champs podcast. It's like he didn't know who 21 Savage was. He thought that was a group. Like he thought it was 21 people. So he's so far removed from what's going on in the entertainment world because he only concerned about consuming
Well,
by
he
his
do.
own
Right,
music.
right.
So he don't know what's going on. Same thing. What was that one comment he made about? It was something about Black Lives Matter or
yeah,
something
because
like that.
I remember
It don't
exactly
affect
what
him
it
or
was.
something like that because he's
Yeah.
far removed from everything. So
Yeah.
he don't expect that to happen, but he don't realize it still can happen to you.
Yeah.
It might be you might have even a bigger target on your back because of who you are and because of the money that you have.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And
So-
whether it be you, it might happen to your kids,
Right.
or it might happen to somebody that's
Somebody
close
that
to
you
you.
love,
Then,
so.
that'll really trigger you into realizing what's going on. Then, see, people are blind to what's going on. Like I said, because it's not happening in their own front yard. So, like, you've become so removed, you're insulated from all the stuff that actually relates to who you are. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you wake up in the morning, you look in the mirror, you can't wash that shit away.
Right.
You are who you are. You say you're gonna be black 24/7, 365. That is something that you're stuck with. You know what I'm saying? So you can't sit there and be like, all right, well, you know what I'm saying, since I got this money, you can't hide behind shit. You can't hide behind no money, you can't hide behind no fame. You're still black. They still look at you as a black man or a black woman in America.
I mean, a lot of people just not sticking to their principles and morals about stuff.
Nope.
Because I just feel like me personally, I done walked away from a lot of situations, whether it was management or whatever, because I didn't agree with how they was doing things. You know, a lot of people just thought probably I was giving up or, oh, you kind of crazy from walking away from all this money and all that. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel comfortable. You know what I'm saying? I'm going in to work every day, and you want me to do this and do that. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, you really don't have my back. And I don't think it's fair. I see one way, okay, you treating a certain group of people this way. You letting these people over here get away with this. And if I say something like that, you know what I'm saying, then I be scrutinized and criticized for it. And then you saying I'm not doing my job and all this and all that. So I just had to walk away from certain situations like that. So based off the principles and morals that I live by, I couldn't do that. So I just feel like some people now, when they get money or when the money involved, they
turn into different people.
into a different person
They
every
do.
time.
I agree. You know what I'm saying? I
And they gonna do whatever for that money
Yeah, they
too.
gonna do
Look,
whatever.
they-
That's terrible.
see, because I gotta be careful too. 'Cause I'm starting to get it. I'm starting to get there.
That's the
yeah.
exact same situation that was at Cadillac.
Man,
That
look,
was the exact same situation.
because when you one of the more vocal people and you
Yep.
identifying those issues, now you a problem. Then how am I a
You're a
problem?
troublemaker.
You know what I'm saying? When I'm
Because
trying
you're
to
speaking up.
identify to you
Yeah,
to
you're
show you what's
speaking up.
going on.
Saying something.
You know what I'm saying? But y'all like, okay, we part of this system. He's rocking the boat on the system. We got to get rid of him. You know what I'm saying? So they want you to be completely.
I was
basically,
labeled combative.
That's not a good, of course, a word for you though, man. Like combative because you're making a
I'm
valid
speaking
point.
the fuck up.
See, that's not combative. Like I'm gonna need people to get a dictionary at work too, because
And
that
then,
shit right there is
going back
ridiculous,
into
man.
this Gail situation, her and Oprah got enough money combined. They could have did this interview on their own network or something, or it
Look,
could have been they had their own production or something
Right.
doing that. You know what I'm saying? They ain't
Look.
gotta still be. She ain't gotta still be under CBS. She could just leave.
Exactly.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Yo, girl got a whole network. You mean to
Whole
tell me
network.
you that much like that you gonna sit there and still ride that out, even if it doesn't fit your moral compass? Then okay, bet you keep that same energy. Then you know what I'm saying. Courtney said she never interviewed Harvey Weinstein either. Hypocritical broad. I'll put that in there for context. You know what I'm saying? He was never convicted. Technically, he is in court right now, and she still hasn't interviewed him because that's their best friend.
Right.
Emphasis on the best friend. You know what I'm saying?
See?
So,
But she'll protect that best friend friendship. though.
man, she said her narrative would never paint him as a alleged rapist. You know what I'm saying? So, hey.
It's all about who you got connections to. She probably got connections to him in some type of way, Harvey Weinstein.
Right.
So she probably wouldn't dare slander him. She probably ain't had no connection with Kobe like that. You know what I'm saying?
Whether it's
Well,
a business venture or
but
something
see, this
like
the
that.
thing though. Now, when she did do that, whatever apology that she did say that her and Kobe was friends.
I ain't tryna hear
So
that
this
shit.
the thing though. If you and Kobe were actually friends, and she said she broke bread with him and everything, why would you even make that comment if that's your friend?
Yeah.
Because if you're my friend, I'm not gonna say, well,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, rest in peace, Brandon. But you know, he did that, raped that girl 17 years ago. I mean, but that's my best friend. Like,
That's why
come on.
I tried to sit there and dissect that apology, and that right there made that whole apology null and void.
Because it's empty. You know what I'm saying? It sounds like you reading from a teleprompter.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So you're not
She
genuine.
probably was.
It's not coming from a place of a genuine feel like where you feel like, damn, Kobe was my friend then. You
That
know what I'm
wasn't
saying?
her friend.
I apologize for
That
this,
wasn't
that,
her
and
They
the
was
friend.
third.
associated
Don't
through
say
money,
y'all
Yeah.
friends
some type of
because
money.
Yeah.
y'all
Business deal. That was
at a
it.
gala together.
Yeah, that's
y'all
it.
ain't friends because
Right.
y'all sat together at the Oscars or something.
Right.
We ain't friends.
Right.
I just sat next to
Right.
you.
Right.
Okay, we had a drink. Cheers. We not friends.
Right.
No.
Yep, and we got to.
I seen Kobe with Ellen more than you did Gail.
Hello.
Look, they done already traded Ellen for Gail already.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
Black
yeah.
History Month. They said you're the only one to get
Yeah,
your Black
hell
History
yeah.
card revoked on Black History Month.
Auntie
Like,
L getting 2 to-go plates.
you know what I'm saying? Look, and Courtney
Double
made a good.
wrapped in foil.
She made a
Okay?
good point on this
Don't
comment.
want
She
to
said, they became this way. Nobody messed with Oprah. They wouldn't put her on TV for years. She grew into the ignorance of her own people. Now I want to piggyback on what she just said or whatever, man, with that, because it's funny that she even brought that up. Y'all remember when Oprah had her show and she wouldn't interview no black rapper at all, like not an artist or Ice Cube was supposed to be on there one day. She shot him down. You know what I'm saying? A couple of other ones, but Ice Cube was the one I remember notably in my mind or whatever. But it's like that further, you know what I'm saying, brings up your point or whatever, that she's removed.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you willing, like, I'm Ice Cube. This is NWA, but because of what I represent. And because it doesn't line up with what your morals and what your beliefs are, you not gonna sit there and interview me then because of that then?
Bill
Like-
Cosby did the same thing.
Oh,
with,
man.
with the Dave Chappelle thing.
Look,
When Dave Chappelle was popping, he did the same thing. You try to criticize him about how his show is and you shouldn't be cussing like that and all this and all that. This is how I, you know what I'm saying? This is how I eat. This is how I got on.
He did
I
the
got
same
people that
thing with
love
the Wayans
that,
brothers.
love listen to what I'm doing. They love what I'm doing, and that's what it is. Oh, so you gonna criticize me because you was doing what you was doing back then,
Right.
allegedly or whatever, however you want to put it. You know what I'm saying?
My
You was
man.
doing what you was doing, and your comedy is your comedy. That was from your generation, your time. This is my generation, my time. This is what we gravitate towards. So you can't hate on me and be mad at me. You know what I'm saying?
You don't speak for everybody, bro.
Right.
And Bill made the matter worse
Everybody.
or whatever with that or whatever. Because remember, he did that to everybody. Remember, he did that to
He did
Eddie
to the
Murphy.
Wayans brothers, too.
He did that to Richard
He said
Pryor.
the Wayans brothers are one of the
Like,
most trash shows he's ever witnessed, seen created.
and it's like, dude, like, who are you to sit there and make that assessment though? Like, you're Bill Cosby, we get it, but like, bro, you can't. If our show was a hit and I've been on 6-7 seasons, obviously I must be doing something right there. Regardless of who my family members are, I must be doing something right because we still got to direct this show. People still have to watch this show in order for it to even be, you know, what I'm saying, profitable to the point where it's at right now. There, so
Right.
you can keep your energy right there. Then,
Yeah, everybody wasn't gonna have the Cosby Show or a different world type of show. They just wasn't gonna have that. You know what I'm saying? We telling stories from a different perspective. You know what I'm saying? Everybody at that
Period.
time when the Cosby Show came out, I mean, how many black families you saw that was like that? You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Children that was smart, going to college,
No.
your parents, doctors, and stuff like that. You ain't. You know
It's
what I'm
funny
saying?
he
But
bring that up.
we saw it from another side. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
But we also had our other shows that came down the pipeline, so it was a struggle. You know what I'm saying? Even before him. You know what I'm saying? With the Jeffersons and stuff like
well
that.
placed,
and,
well placed, well
Good
placed.
time. So it's just like, man, you just gotta respect that time's gonna pass you by. It's stuff gonna evolve and develop, and you just gotta get with the times, or just be like, it's just not for me. You ain't gotta hate on it, just be like, it's not for me.
And that's a better way of saying it. See, I respect that more than you sitting there being like, well, it's like, no, don't you start with that. Don't
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? That's the same thing with like the way eras of hip hop was or whatever.
Yeah.
Like I can't
I
be
was
like,
just about
man,
to say that.
I don't respect 2000, 2010,
I was just
2020
about to
hip
say
hop.
that.
But I respect when Jay and all these people was in there in the 90s that it's like, no, I just don't get with the times that y'all talking
Cause
about.
I still have my.
and
I
that's
mean,
fine.
I find myself slowing down and saying stuff is music is just trash. I just be like, it's not for me.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? I can see it's reaching a certain audience that I'm just not.
That ain't
that's
my
not
audience.
My audience.
You know what I'm saying?
So
That's not
it
made
don't-
for me.
It don't reach. You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah.
not made for me, like you said.
It's made for the
So,
teeny
I
boppers.
just
You know what I'm
be like-
saying?
right.
So it's like, hey, let
So I
y'all
be
do
like-
that there.
Because 21 Savage could walk past right now and I have no idea who that man was.
21.
He grew on me actually. He was somebody in the beginning. I was like, he was trash too.
Yeah, I
I'm
agree.
just being real, but
No,
I
I
was like, he got better too though. So
Yeah,
But-
I-
like she said though, it's not for her.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
See, and you can't be like, well, why you don't like, you just the old. No, see, now you
But
doing
everybody
too much.
did
Stop
the
with all the
same
negative
thing
shit. I don't need the
when
vibes.
y'all-
I don't need that.
When y'all was younger, when y'all was coming into y'all own, listening to music, pretty much some of y'all parents was like, why y'all listen to this? Or just like
Exactly.
people around y'all like, y'all, they didn't like this and they didn't like that.
It's history repeating itself.
Yeah.
That's all it is. It's rinse, dry, repeat. It's the same thing, man. So I understand that too, or whatever.
I
man.
remember when Country Grammar first dropped. My dad said rap will never get any worse than this. Nigga. Little did you know.
You ain't seen nothing yet. Look, hold my beer. Look. Courtney said Ice Cube been on Ellen. Yes, he has. Yes, Ice Cube has been on Ellen. And she said we could teach Ellen how to ballroom hustle.
Yes.
Look, Ellen seems like the type that could learn how to ballroom hustle and do it with grace. She'd put a couple people to shame. Like, them Chicago players ain't got nothing on Ellen, man. Look.
I just feel like you should just reach out to whoever you relate to. You know what I'm saying? If they feel like just because, like you said, we the same skin tone or whatever like that, or we in the same demographic, like, if I don't relate to nothing that you're saying, if I'm going to bring you on my show or interview with you, I'm going to do it for me, trying to get a better understanding of what you do. Or I'm going to talk to you. I'm not going to have an interview with you yet. I'm going to talk to you and try to get to know you and see, you know what I'm saying, what it is and find out. I'm going to do my research. I'm not just going to be like, oh, I'm going to bring you on because I'm pleasing y'all. You know what I'm saying? But I don't really mess with you like that. Because that seems like that's what a lot that's going on right now. You bringing people on or trying to support and back things, but you don't really mess with them like that. You ain't really doing nothing to
You're
make
not
change.
genuine. It's not coming to replace the
Right.
genuinity.
You just
there.
doing it just to be doing it,
Yeah.
to say I was there doing
For
it. I
optics.
can't stand people like that.
Oh, it's always for optics, though. But like you said, though, you said that, you know what I'm saying, they doing some of these things just to chase the bag in the first place then.
Yeah.
So this right here is a money move and a chess move to them, regardless of whether they like you or not. You know what I'm saying? And that's what makes it even worse then.
Because we all know people that always want to be that person and be like, well, I was one of the first one of the first people to help you or be there for this and be
Oh,
there for
man,
that.
look, they love
it's
the
like
credit.
you
They love the
want
credit.
credit for what? You know what I'm saying?
didn't
I
do
got
that.
here.
Did you
Yeah,
do that
you
for
was,
you
you
or
was
me?
there. You know, right. So we all got people like that. And I ain't going to say, but you know who I'm thinking of when we was growing up. That person was always like that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, no, I agree though. Everybody wanna shine in the accolades when it's that point or whatever, man. And they know we ain't here to keep score. We ain't here to do none of that, dude. Like, I was telling Mel some stuff in the car earlier, man, and I just I think I was more frustrated or whatever, man, than anything or whatever, just because of like how I see things and how I've been doing this show for what I'm saying for the last year and how you want to see when you got the genuine attitude where you want to see everybody move along with you, move the needle with you, and you look back and it's like, okay, you dragging behind a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Hey, are you going to walk faster or do I need to carry you? And if I need to carry you, you're going to slow me down then.
right.
You know what I'm saying? But I want you to be here, though. I want you to see this. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know what I'm saying, certain times when you see more often than not, people develop that intention to hate you that much because, not because you got it, but because of the fact that they just didn't know how to formulate their
Entitlement.
ideas into their own stuff.
Entitlement. They feel
You know
like
what I'm saying?
they deserve something.
And I feel like nobody deserves that unless you're working for it then. You don't get a reward for just existing.
Tagging along.
You know what I'm saying? Right. You don't do that.
Take
You know-
advantage of the opportunity.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But like that's what it's made for. You done seen too many people take advantage of the opportunities that was given to them, and people will be like, well, you know what I'm saying? They just was in the right place at the right time. No, they took advantage of the stuff when it came to their doorstep.
Right.
That's what put them in the right place at the right time.
They were hungry enough.
You
for
see
it.
what I'm
They
saying?
had that mindset.
Because if you just sitting there lollygagging on the situation, then whose fault is it more, mine or yours? You know what I'm saying? And it's more so yours because you squandered the opportunity away then. You know what I mean? And it's like, I'm really trying to find the words for it because I was real life irritated, dude. But
Sorry, Gail
I
took
get what you're
advantage.
saying though, bro. I
Yeah.
mean, it's like I know exactly what you mean, and sometimes I just ask myself like, what's a person dreaming if you're never gonna put action behind it? Like, what's your dream? Like, you want to be this, you want to be that, but you never gonna do nothing. Like, and that's one thing I just always talk about. Like, I never want to be complacent with just being okay with something that I know I'm not okay with. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to be complacent with this job that's tearing me down, and I know it's never gonna get me nowhere. You know what I'm saying? I'm just riding the ship until they either sink or they want to make a change and throw me off the boat. You know what I'm saying?
Period.
Like,
Period.
I want to be the captain of my own boat, and that's the problem, man. People nowadays are just way too complacent with just being okay. Well, you know what? My life ain't bad. I'm getting enough to keep surviving, but like, they enough to keep surviving. How long is it? It's gonna keep being that way because it's never promised. You riding somebody else's coattails, it's never promised. You know what I'm saying? Especially, that's why I said a couple shows ago, like, you know what I'm saying, when you did this, and like I say, it's just been rolling, it motivated me, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, man, I got to get, my junk in order. Like, it motivated me. It's pushing me to do what I want to do. And I just feel like when you got people like that around you and they doing something, you should don't fight the push. Like, just go ahead and be like, you know what, damn, let me do this. Because I want better. I need to do better. You know what I'm saying?
I think the biggest thing is because people no longer talk.
Yeah,
People
that's true.
don't have
They scared of conversations. Yeah, they scared
like,
of them.
legitimate conversations, whether it's sitting at a dining room table or you sitting at a bar having a drink with somebody.
This the new conversation.
That
right
is,
here.
I hate that. No,
Man, that is
man, horrible. Let's talk. Like, even before you came back over here, even after every podcast, we was there till what, 1 in the morning?
Mm-hmm.
What were we doing? Talking,
Right.
having legitimate conversations, because at the end of the day, we're pushing each other towards something. It wasn't just, we just wrapping this up. No, we were having full-fledged, legitimate conversations. What do you want to do? What are you trying to do in life?
Right.
How, as a friend, can I help you get there? Because I might be able to put you onto something that you know nothing about.
Right.
Don't nobody want to work for nothing no more.
Like,
It's all
just
about.
have those conversations sometimes.
I feel like, how can I put it? I put it in the same category as a drug dealer. You look at that as like, oh, just a quick way to make a buck, quick come up. You know what I'm saying? Granted, you do got your different, you know what I'm saying, consequences with that. But just like people do stuff that they know they shouldn't do, or that's gonna be embarrassing on social media to get them likes and stuff like that. You try to find a way to make easy money and stuff like that. Don't nobody want to work hard like that. You know what I'm saying? And they don't want to surround themselves with people that's gonna tell them what they need to know and not what they want to hear. They don't do that.
And I'm piggyback on what you said or whatever, because it's like it ain't that people don't want to work hard. It's that people don't want to work hard for themselves. True. People want to work hard for an entity that's already in place, that's telling you what you need to do. They're giving you a time to be to work. They're telling you what time to go to lunch. They're telling you what time to go home. They're telling you what time to come back in here and do it again. They're telling you what days you got to work. They're telling you what days you're off. They need something surefire like that in order for their existence to move forward. Because they don't understand that when you put the ball in your court and it's all up to you, it's exactly how I just said. It's up to you. And so if you're not putting forth any effort to make yourself more efficient at whatever it is you want to do, nothing's going to happen then. You know what I'm saying? The needle won't never move then. I don't care how many times you pray. I don't care how many times you talk to Jesus about it. I don't care if you sit there and talk to anybody about it then. If you say a prayer and then you sit, then you're not getting anything accomplished then. Nothing is going to happen. It's not. You know what I'm saying? So you can't point blame at everybody until you accept accountability for yourself.
Right.
And accountability, that's my word for 2020 right there, because I feel like
it's real.
That word is going to be thrown around a lot this year, because people got to understand and respect, you know what I'm saying, what it is that we're doing and what it is you need to do as an individual then. You know what I'm saying? Like, it don't take nothing but 5 seconds to look in the mirror and just do an assessment of where you at. If you don't like where you at, that should tell you everything you need to do right there then. You should already be ready to make a move then.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? I want to say this comment, though, because this comment is lit, dude. People are given the exact same 24 hours in life. There are no trophies for mediocrity. If you know you have a niche and you don't ever choose to seize the opportunity, not only are you a hater, but you're a coward. You are the sum of your circle. A lot of times, if your entire circle is moving forward and you got your feet planted, you will be left. That right there was from Courtney, and that right there is absolutely spot on. You know what I'm saying? Because it correlates with everything that we're saying right now. And I can't stress it enough, dude. I really can't. Like, with us being in such a fast-paced era of 2020 and people want news and wanting everything so immediate, why don't you put action forth to what you want then?
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Like, we quick to read a column, share it, put it on there. Half the time, the shit don't even be true.
Right.
It be stuff from 3-4 years ago, and you share it anyway. Like,
right.
you
Because you ain't really reading.
because you ain't reading
And
it.
like I said, who cares about the truth when the lie's more entertaining?
It's man, and
nobody
full
care
circle,
about that.
Full circle. Look, man, just
I mean, it's just, man, like, it's just so easy for you to get yourself ahead. Like, the time, it's 2020, man. You can do it, everything yourself now. There's nobody you really got to seek out. You can get whatever material you need. I mean, like I say, any information, you don't really have to look to nobody. It's out there for you to get. I mean, it's just so many ways. Like, it's crazy, man. Like, I want to say this maybe it was like 2 months ago. Like, I had took the kids to the library. Like, I was just even surprised, like, people still go there. Like, it's so much stuff you can do, man, that people just don't even think about. You know what I'm saying? It's just, like Tay just said, it's this phone, it's this internet. That's what people go to because it's easy and quick to go to. You know what I'm saying?
I got a quick
Ain't no work
question.
behind it.
I got a question for you. Like, so I know we was generation. What generation would we consider? Like Generation Y or whatever. Like, you know how they say like you were Generation X and Generation this and
Y'all
Generation that.
millennials.
Yeah. So we were like so what are they right now then? Like, are we still like with the millennial thing or whatever? Or
I almost said something out loud, but I had to keep to
I thought we was
No,
I thought we was
they before- we
Generation X.
millennials.
Yeah,
We
we was
millennials.
Generation X.
They
So,
something
You was born
different
before
now.
85?
I was born in '86.
You're a
So
millennial.
So yeah,
bro.
you might be.
Yeah,
with
I'm a
us.
millennial. Okay, so I'm right there.
I'm
but
not.
Yeah, he's
He not.
there.
They
Look,
not.
yeah. But no, I made that comment to make this point or whatever, like because it comes back to this cell phone thing or whatever, man. It's like these phones are literally turning people into zombies in real life. So I thought like Generation Z would have been fitting for this generation because it's like y'all, the first thing you do when you wake up is get on your phone. You get on Facebook, you get on Twitter, you get on whatever social platform you use or whatever, and you stay there for an hour and a half. I gotta get up and really get some stuff going. But I'm gonna be on the phone for a little while longer. I'm gonna get on Instagram. I'm gonna like this. I'm gonna get on Snapchat. I'm gonna post this. You look up, you done killed 5 hours out of your day and you don't even know it.
Right.
You don't even realize it. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like even with these devices getting more advanced, the people that's using them are getting more brain dead then. You know what I'm saying? Because they done took away social connection. So half the time people don't even have an understanding of another person because people don't like to talk.
Yeah.
They'll send you a message or they'll send you something on book or like your stuff or poke you or whatever, pause, you know what I'm saying, and do all that before they even sit there and have a conversation. And we're literally right here. We right here.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And I think that really bothers me even more because it's like, dog, like, not where did we go wrong, but how did we get this far off the beaten path
Right.
that we're to this point then? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And how can we get back on track? Or is it even possible to make it back to this then?
I challenge everybody to delete their social media for a month.
I have before.
Watch how much stuff you get done. I did it, and I was like, I got back to reading books. I forgot how to do that. I was like, oh, shoot, wait a minute.
This is nice. This is a book?
I just
What is this, a
feel like,
hardcover?
man,
Look.
I know for me personally, I got to get better with doing this. Like, man, I just got to start doing more stuff. You know, you get so consumed about just going to work, coming home, just chilling on your days off, just relaxing. But you got to, you know what I'm saying, surround
Get out
yourself
here
with your
and live your
people
life.
and just do stuff. Because,
Period.
like I said, I hope it don't happen while I'm still alive. But if we had, like, another blackout and it be longer than what it was, people going to go crazy.
Man,
They
they
ain't
don't
gonna
know what to do
what
with
to do.
themselves. They
I'm
don't know what to
not.
do.
They
I got a
they
plan
ain't gonna know
already.
what to do.
I got a plan too.
Allegedly, my plan
Allegedly.
is going to involve some good things happening. Look, I'm not going to go into detail. I'm not
I ain't
gonna
gonna say mine good. It ain't good for them, but it's good for me. Allegedly.
But no, I just you just gotta get out more, do more things for yourself. Stop waiting on other people, you know, to push you. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, if you got an idea and you feel like you want to do something, do it. People don't want to take that gamble. They don't want to take that chance because they so set on their day-to-day
They
lives.
sat on the sure thing.
So
like
it's
you don't want to break the
I
rhythm.
don't want to take this chance. It's the same thing with being in a union or whatever like that. A lot of people don't want to be out there on that picket line because they don't want to take that chance. They don't want to take that risk. They don't want to
know
miss
what that
out on
feel
that.
like. They don't know what that
But
feel like.
we
Like,
fighting
look,
and we pushing for better
exactly,
for y'all.
exactly.
But
Come
you know what
on,
I'm saying?
man.
Some people don't want to do it. And I understand in that situation to a certain degree because, you know, people got kids and families. So I get it. It's both sides.
You can
but
tell the truth, D. People mismanage their goddamn
They
money.
do.
So when they mismanage their money, they want to be out there ready to fight. They want to be like, oh man, we really got to get this done. Nah, no, we
do.
got to get this now because you were irresponsible with your stuff. That ain't got nothing to do with me. We're on unified as this. I'm saying in terms of this right here, but at the same time, at the end of the day, if I did my management better than you did yours, then again, how is this my problem then? You know what I'm saying? Because you managed to mess it all up then, and you want to make that a point of emphasis.
Which also ties back into accountability.
Man, because that's that word. It's gonna keep coming
People
back
always
around.
be like, oh, well, I don't want to just go to work and just pay bills and do this and do that.
Well,
Yes,
no.
you should treat yourself, but come on now. You got to know when you can and when you can't. Make
know
sure
what I'm
everything's taken
Because
care
you
of
know your
first.
funds better than anybody
Live
else.
within your means.
I guess.
And I've dealt with situations like that, so I
I have
ain't
a
close.
motto for life.
What you got, bro?
It's called Fuck Them Bills.
Nah, I can't do that.
Shit.
Look,
Fuck them bills.
look,
Sprint only accepts so many payment arrangements. Can't do that.
You said who?
Sprint only do so many payment
Come on,
fuck,
man.
Fuck them bills.
Let's take it back to school, man. It's fixed income and it's variable income. It's fixed income that's gonna be the same every month, no matter what you do. The variable income is gonna fluctuate.
Fuck them
You know what
bills. You wanna know what I do when I wanna have some fun? I'll be like, you know what? Fuck that bill. I'll pay that bitch next check. That's how you do it.
You get
look,
money,
bro.
man.
Look, my brother. You see him? He out here.
Money.
Joey Buff, man.
You
Look.
get money.
Well, fuck them
Say
bills.
Joey Buff with the yays. Look.
Tell you. Allegedly, I think I'm not about to pay my rent so I can pay this cruise off.
You gotta control.
Allegedly.
Wow.
He out of control for real. dog. What is he
I don't know about all
doing?
that.
He's out of control. Look. He said, we're going to be cruising.
Right.
Come back home. What happened to the house? They took the whole house. Look.
Exactly.
They ain't got nowhere to stay.
Damn.
I don't even like none of this right here,
That's
man.
the bill that's
Man,
at
let's
the top
wrap
of
it
the
up, bro.
hierarchy, bro.
Look. Look, man, we down to the wire, man. Look, these last 5 minutes or so, man, I wanna shout out my, you know what I'm saying, my sponsors and my people as always. But I also wanted to say one thing. We are officially we on Google with it, man. We on Google right now, man.
What you mean?
What I mean is, like, I was on my phone. You know, I got my brand new shiny new toy or
Yes,
whatever.
I know.
And I went to podcast for Google Podcasts or
is not
whatever.
an ad.
Man. And I was looking at it and I said, look, I'm looking like they got Shaq's podcast. I didn't know Shaq had a podcast. Shout out to
Me
Shaquille
neither.
O'Neal.
I
Look,
did.
you know what I'm saying? Man, look, it was a bunch of them though. You know what I'm saying? I was impressed, man.
We get you guys everywhere.
Yeah,
You're
I-
on Google Play. You're
Yeah.
on Spotify.
Look.
You're on iHeartRadio. You're on all the.
Look,
Oh,
see,
we
Da-
on iHeartRadio? I ain't know that.
look, Dave's supposed to surprise. I was gonna get there. Dave, thanks a
Oh.
lot, man. Look, you know what I'm saying? We everywhere, man. Yeah.
This is why you come to us. We do these things.
See, look, you know what I'm saying? I was telling y'all that to tell that to y'all, the viewers, that we are officially, you know what I'm saying, live on Google. We're live on iHeart.
Give me
you
some
know, guys.
dings. Pause.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Yum Shots, a.k.a. my wife. You know what I'm saying? Miss Courtney, you know, for not only, you know, backing my play, but buying into my dream and basically just helping me out through every step of the way with getting these things done and, you know what I'm saying, coming to the right people to make sure these things get done. You know what I'm saying? Hats off to you. Thank you for cultivating me and seeing the opportunity or just seeing the just seeing what you seen or whatever in me to get this thing done, man. If you know, I'm not gonna get emotional about it or whatever. It's beautiful or whatever, man. But
Cry when you get
Gonna
in
hit
the
it
car.
with the
you
finger
already know,
again.
like,
Like,
yeah, that finger, man. Look,
I can't handle the upside down headphones.
Yeah.
What
oh,
are you doing?
gotta protect the hair.
All right.
I have no idea
Look.
how long it took to get like this today.
Shout out to Wine Wild Landscaping, my dog Jason Young. If y'all need anything done, yard work, et cetera, please follow him on Instagram. Please follow him on Facebook. We have Randy, RDM Transportation. Josh, he's out there, and I forgot where they said he was, man. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I can't remember where he's at, but he's doing his thing,
In
though,
another
man.
state.
Yeah, he's in another state doing his thing, man. Shout out to RDM Transportation, man. You know what I'm saying? If y'all ever planning a trip, y'all going to a casino, going anywhere, they gonna drive you wherever y'all need to go, man. They got you covered, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to, you know what I'm saying? Hey, Joe, say it for him again, man, because I keep forgetting at the end. Every time I have it in my mind, I keep forgetting, dog. I'm sorry.
Touch events.
I was about to say Touch International again. I'm like Prestige Worldwide, man. Look.
You get yelled at every week.
I know. I'm gonna get it right one of these weeks. I'm gonna get it together, man. Look, Touch events.
You make me feel so unimportant.
Man, you are important to me, man. Hey, everything you do is, bro. I
You
want to
just-
see you shine, brother.
You just saying that to try to get some buns.
From who?
Ugh.
Never mind. Dang that. Thank you. Anyway, look, we are. I ain't even got to
Moving
leave.
right along.
Right,
We Get
look.
to the answer together. Yeah.
Look, I ain't got nothing else for y'all, man. We gonna leave it on this note. You know what I'm saying? Please use your 24 hours wisely. You know what I'm saying? Everybody gets the same time. Stop squandering your days away and do something meaningful. I don't care if you get out and ride a bike, if you go for a walk, if you were out of shape before, make a plan to get in shape then. Whatever it is, do something though, man. Anyway, this has been another episode. Please, y'all be safe, be blessed, enjoy the rest of your Monday. Thank you.
At me next time.
I'm saying Andrew next time. you going
Call me out like that without saying names.